What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Ready to Love. You guys, I know it's been 2 weeks since I've done Ready to Love, but we're back. We're back with Ready to Love Season 6, Episode number 10. How many episodes are left of this season? Because I'm ready for this show to wrap up. I am ready to wrap it up. But before we go ahead and just jump into this review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't yet subscribed, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor by thumbs up the video. You guys give me that big thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good stuff. And with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Ready to Love. Thumbs up the video again. All right, you guys, let's talk about it. All right, you guys. So this episode, we pick up where we left off last week. And last week, although I didn't review last week we left off with the ladies getting ready to send one of these gentlemen home. So in the bottom was Swayze and Samson. So Brandy was about to tell which one of these gentlemen was about to go home. All right, Brandy, I'll take it over from him. So y'all know with this process, you're supposed to be here and getting into the process. So at this point, LJ is just not ready to love because LJ wasn't here. And I was like, Tommy, you full of shit. Because so LJ didn't come on this retreat with you guys, but Justice left the last group event that y'all had together. Justice left early. Do I detect a little bit of favoritism? Now, granted, LJ wasn't my favorite person, but yeah. Tommy stepped in and said that LJ wasn't ready to love. I was like, oh, okay. So then he gets them all together and they are going to play a game. So they paired up, right? So the ladies got to pick a man. And basically what they're doing is they're playing a game similar to the newlywed game to see how well you know the person that you're connected with. I use that term connected loosely. So Trinika and Jamala, they paired up with Randall. Mike had Kayla and Brandy. Swayze had Trini. No. Swayze had Kadian. I'm trying to think about how many men are left because it was an uneven pair. There are more women than there are men. So so it was Kayla with Brandy and Mike. Then it was Trinika with Jamala and Randall. Swayze was with Kadian and Charisse was with Samson. Am I right, you guys? You guys will always correct me in the comment section, and I'm fine with that. But I think I'm correct about that. I could be wrong. You guys can let me know. Did I put that in my comment? I don't know. Nope. So they played the game. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I thought the game was boring as hell. Let's just throw it out there. The game was boring. So I wasn't listening to the questions that Tommy was asking. I wasn't paying attention to who got what right and who got eliminated. I didn't care. I know that it eventually came down to Randall and Trinika, and I believe it was Mike and Kayla. I could be wrong. But so the winners of this would get a little romantic getaway within the getaway. And the winners ended up being Randall and Trinika. And I was like, girl, I feel for you. I felt for Trinika because I'm like, she was so happy that she got all the questions that Tommy asked her about Randall correct, and I was just like, Trinika, no, I was like, I don't think it's gonna work out. I'm like, I know you probably matched up well with him with this game, but I just don't see. I don't see it with Randall. I've told you guys for weeks that I think Randall is playing a game, and I'm pretty positive that I'm correct, that Randall and Mike are doing nothing but playing games, right? So they went on that, what Now I don't know what that was, and I'm not judging. I don't know what they were doing with it. I don't know how they considered that romantic. It just wasn't something that. But again, you guys know I'm not a touchy feely person, so that wouldn't have intrigued me. That wouldn't have been anything that I would have been here for. But hey, it is what it is. So they're all getting ready to leave. I felt bad for Kayla and I felt bad for Jamala, right? Because both of them didn't really get any kind of attention this weekend from the men that they were interested in. And I was like, that's because they're playing games with you ladies. Like, and Jamala and I have had a conversation about Randall. We've talked about Randall, how I just don't think he's intentional. And I ain't got nothing to say because I just really have nothing to say. And I'll tell you guys about the tweet conversation that me and Kayla had last night. I'll tell you guys about that once we get to that point. So, but she did respond to a few of my tweets earlier in the episode, because when it comes to Mike and Kayla, because Brandy left, right? And when Brandy left, that's when Mike decides he wants to go over to Kayla's car and have a conversation with her. I would have told Mike in his black ass eyes that look like a band, like he's getting ready to go rob a bank or like a goddamn raccoon, I would have told him, away from me with this. Go away from me with this, sir. Like, I just would have told Mike to get the fuck away from me. Because Mike, they're playing games. Because kind of going back to what Katie and said in last week's episode, I didn't agree with the whole mistress-like thing. But if you kind of take out the mistress analogy and just kind of say, it kind of feels like, you know, like how when you in school, how you were in school and the person, you know, how boys would be like, oh, I don't really like that girl like that. But then he got your phone number. He calling you at night. Talking about, yeah, you know, I like you. Like, you know, spitting game to you. That's really what it gives when it comes to Mike and Kayla. It just feels like Mike is spitting game to Kayla, in my personal opinion. You guys let me know what you think, and we'll discuss it. But we're going to pause here, and we're going to move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, we got this interesting date with Charisse and Samson. I honestly believe that Charisse was just plugging her esthetician's business, because I was like, girl, this date just does not feel like anything. And I've been saying it for weeks with Samson and Charisse. It just gives friendship vibes. It doesn't give anything romantic. It doesn't give anything. It just gives me, these two might be good lifelong friends. Now, after the preview from next week's episode, I don't know about that one, but hey, we shall see. So then we see Randall, and he is talking to Jamala. And I was just like, Jamala, baby, I want Jamala to just get her bag like Viola Davis, that Viola Davis man, get her bag and walk on out the building. Because so let's put this out here. When it actually, this is for all the ladies. I don't think that any of the ladies' matches are here. I really don't. I want Brandy to get the hell away from Mike and his black ass eyes. I don't want Kayla with Mike and his black ass eyes. I don't want Kayla with Randall and his short shorts. I don't want Jamala with Mike and his short shorts. I don't want Charisse with Samson, and vice versa. I don't want Samson with Charisse, because they just give me two friends. That is it. And then Kadian and Swayze. Kadian and Swayze, honestly, they give me homie vibes too. Just saying. They give me homie vibes as well. Swayze and Kadian definitely give me, like, they when I say homie, they literally do give me like they could be the best of friends with one another, and that's nothing negative. That's just me saying their banter and the way that they are with each other. It just gives friendship, kind of like Samson and Charisse. But like I said, after that preview for next week's episode, I don't know if they're giving friendship or giving enemy vibes. But we shall see. So, like I said, Mike, Randall, full of shit. Full of horse shit. Because Jamala was just trying to get a little bit of something out of, what's his name? Randall and his short shorts. Like, you have three connections. It's going to come to a point where you have to make a decision. girl, he don't want to make a decision. Basically, I feel like when it comes to Randall, I feel like in a gentleman's lounge, if the men say any of his connections, he's not gonna put up a fight for them because he wants one of you ladies gone. And I think that's gonna help him. If one of them can leave, and I'm gonna say it before I even get to the end of the episode because I've already watched it. So I feel like if he were to send Trinika home, that would make things easier for him, right? And I'm explaining to you guys why it would be easy for him to send, why it would be easy to send Trinika home as opposed to Kayla or Jamala. And I'm gonna explain it to you. So it's easy for him to send Trinika home because think about it. He has 3 connections, right? Trinika, Jamala, and Kayla, right? Trinika only had one other connection besides him. Well, she told me she had other connections, and that was Justice and LJ. But remember, LJ and Justice are gone. So she only now has one connection, which is Randall. Kayla has Randall and Mike. So that helps him. Jamala only has one connection, which is him. That hurts him. So if you get rid of Trinika, that makes his odds a little bit better. You guys see where I'm going with this, man? Because this is Kayla. Kayla has 2 connections, him and Mike. Jamala only has him. He really only has to make one decision, and the decision is easy. I'm gonna rock with Jamala because that's more my strongest connection is, and Kayla, I don't know where me and you stand because you have a connection with Mike. You get it? I told you guys he was playing games. I told y'all Randall was playing games. And I don't think the ladies see that. And I hope, although I know that the reunion, Jamala has told me, and so has Trinika, that the reunion was a shit show. And I know that some of the ladies got into it at the reunion. I don't know why. Cause y'all don't see what we see, and a lot of the ladies tweet with me, and I don't know when the reunion film, but y'all don't see what we see on this TV screen. I'm not ready for the reunion because I just know that they're going at it, and I just hope it's not behind these ain't shit niggas. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now with Mike and Kayla, poor Kayla, I think Mike is going to choose Brandy over you. I really do. I feel like Mike is going to choose Brandy over you. That's just what I feel, but I could be wrong. We'll see. So next up, I had already talked about that. Oh, I did leave this part out. So Samson and Charisse, they were talking about how much work they need. Y'all don't need no work. Y'all are friends. This and that. It's gonna bother me. When she invited him down for this facial, I was bored. No shade. Sorry, you guys. Bored. Let's pause here and wrap up this episode. I've been talking for quite some time. This episode didn't give me a lot. So we see Randall and Kayla. They went out on a date with each other, right? I would have told Randall to kiss my entire ass. Because once again, he can't answer any, and that's what I just told you guys why he can't answer any questions, because he's playing the game. Kayla, I just want you to know, Randall has no intentions of choosing you. He has no intentions of choosing you. I think it was easy for him to do what he did at the end of the episode, because like I just gave you guys the math and the numbers, because two of his 3 connections are only connected with him. Kayla is not only connected with him, she has a connection with Mike. That makes it, like I said, that makes it easier for him going forward. If he can get rid of one of the women that only has a soul connection to him, that makes it easier for him to choose that other woman and put Kayla on Mike, and for Mike to dump Kayla. Ciao. And Kayla, you don't see that? Oh, Kayla, like I get, again, I'll talk to you guys about what me and Kayla discussed last night in just a few minutes. But I would told him to kiss my black ass. So we get to the gentleman's lounge. The men talk about who they have a connection with. Y'all ain't got a connection with not a damn soul here. I would sooner be a lesbian than be with these men if I was one of these women. So we get to the eliminates. Child, Kayla thought she was on an actual date with Mike. I was like, girl, this is an eliminate. This is not a real date. But okay. So it's Kayla on a date with Mike, and Randall is with Trinika. Trinika got pissed off at him, and rightfully so, because I mean, at this point, I think Trinika realized he played the hell out of her. I feel sorry for you, Trinika, but you know how I've been feeling about Randall since the beginning. I've said it on Twitter. I've said it in my videos. So you, Kayla, and Jamala all know how I felt about Randall this entire season. And my opinion has never changed. So at the end of it, ultimately, Trinika was the one that went home. I wasn't surprised, because I just told you guys again why she had to go home. Because it makes things easier for Randall in the end. He doesn't have to be like, oh, this is going to be a hard decision for me to decide if I want to go with Jamala, Trinika, or Kayla. That just made his decision so much so easier. So Kayla was with Mike. She was pissed off, and I tweeted that Kayla should self-eliminate. So Kayla tweeted me back, and she said, you know, why should she self-eliminate? And I was like, the reason why I think you should self-eliminate is because I don't think that your connection is here. And I also think that Mike and Randall are full of shit. And she tweeted me back, because they all know how, and they all know how I felt about Mike and Randall this entire season. That I feel like both Mike and Randall are just there playing a game. And I don't hold back on that. I know that these men, I know that most of these men this season don't like me. And I, honest to God, don't care, because I can see right through y'all's shit. Y'all full of it. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. I'm ready for this show to wrap up. I know we got another season in Miami. I hope they cast better for Miami season 2. Season 2 of Miami, season 7. I hope they cast better, because I had high hopes for Miami, but at the same time, I didn't have high hopes for Miami when it came to the men. Because I said this, I might have said it in one of my videos, or I might have said it on Twitter. But I knew that with Miami, we were potentially probably going to get some grown-ass fuckboys. And that is exactly what we got with these batch of niggas. But let me know what you guys thought about it. We'll discuss it in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, like the video, you guys. And until next time, you guys, please stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, you guys. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one.